Hi everyone, another Wednesday, another evening, another driving lesson. You know how it goes by now. So my driving lesson was pretty good again. To be fair, I was feeling really anxious, not really anxious, but sort of anxious. Just not really had a good few days. I've just been very anxious. So I was really sure how it was gonna go. I thought it wasn't gonna go great because I was already in this mood and I was like, oh, what else is gonna go wrong now? But I did do a quick 5 minute meditation, even though I was running a bit late. But maybe that did actually help. I did that. Went to my driving lessons as usual. Now, I've started driving from the start of the lesson to the end of the lesson. And we just went around the usual routes. We drove around, mostly at 20 mph. I was just chatting to my driving instructor. I don't usually do that. Usually I'm very concentrated on the road because my brain can only handle processing one type of information at a time. I was just talking to him about other stuff. I feel like these days I'm a lot more used to looking at my mirrors, the right mirror, the left mirror, the middle mirror, switching lanes and stuff. I don't really like driving too much around the area that we usually start off from because it's chaotic, but yeah. I also saw someone driving on the opposite side of the road really, really fast to get rid of this. Like, they wanted to avoid the speed cameras. And I just thought, another day in London and it's craziness, eh? Um, the highlight of the lesson was probably my driving instructor telling me to pull over, and we just sat down. He was like, you know what, you've made so much progress. I know you've had your bumps, but I'm really proud of you. I'm proud for you that your confidence is growing and stuff like that. And like, I can see that your confidence is growing and you're just doing so well. Your control of the cars have been really good. Like, obviously you're not perfect, but you're doing it good, like. And I was like, wow, this is great. This is fantastic. Like, I've never had a prep talk like that. But I think it just goes to show that if you keep pushing on, you can actually get to the place you want to be. You just need to go past that anxiety that you can feel, especially when you have a bad lesson. But I'm really glad that I went on. I did feel a bit nervous about having this prep talk because I feel like when people praise me, I'm like, oh, they're holding me to a standard now, and I have to like make sure I live up to that standard so they're not disappointed in me. But I just gotta relax, relax. Just keep doing what I'm doing. So I did what I'm doing. We um 30 miles per hour, downshifting to second, still on the roundabout. I did end up stopping and I was in the wrong position as well because I was meant to be on the left side. There's just something about stopping, braking, downshifting. So your thing's in the brake, your hand is, no, your foot is on the clutch, you're bringing that up slowly. You also, if it's a second, your foot is still on the brake in case there is someone coming. I'm still getting used to it. I did do it once correctly in the lesson, and then also to turn to the side roads, I slowed down, went to second, and I did that pretty okay actually. So I think it's just, I know that the case is just for me to keep doing it and not trying to avoid it, but just keep going for it. And when it's coming, I'll just keep trying, and I'll definitely get more confident at it. Um, but yeah, I think I did pretty good this lesson. Obviously, he does sometimes say, my driver sometimes does say, like, give it more gas, but it's actually quite a lot less now, which is good. And he's not having to, like grab the steering wheel or stop the car for me. There was one point he did help me out with something, so he took a bit of control of the car so I could move, but I can't actually remember what happened now. But yeah, other than that, that lesson was good. Drove back to the meeting point, and he was like, whoa, it was a good drive, good lesson. And now we're going to concentrate on other things and other maneuvers. now that I'm getting more confident, which I mean, parallel parking is coming from my ass. I'm not looking forward to that because that looks like a nightmare. When I see people do it, I'm like, God, you have to do this. Ooh. But yeah, interested to see where the next lesson leads. I am personally, you know, glad of my progress. You know, it's been hard, it's been anxiety inducing, but looking back, you know, as you said, you know, there was a time I was scared to drive 20 miles per hour or drive on busy roads with cyclists and stuff, but now I'm actually doing it and it seems actually really natural. I mean, I still hate cyclists because I never really know when is the right way to like overtake them, when the right time is, and the way the highway code talks about them makes them seem like they are significant liabilities on the road and literally one touch of your car will kill them. But you know, yeah, you know, I'm definitely gonna say it with my chest now. I have made really, really good progress and combating this big anxiety of mine, which was driving and trying not to kill people. And I just hope that I will continue progressing, and the only way is up. And if I do go down, I will rise up again. I know the saying is what is up must come down, but what is down must also come up. The cycle of life. I love it. But yeah, that's it. That's my update for this week. As I say, hope you have a good lesson. If you hadn't yet, if you have, I hope you had a good lesson. But yeah, see you next week. Bye.